monster. This is a hell realm.
This is a hell realm.
A show and tell realm. Degrade and die realm.
This is hell.
Zombies roam among us.
Demons lurk
around us. Demons write the laws, open up their jaws to devour.
The innocent.
Devour.
The innocent. Oh, this is a hell realm.
Monsters. Monster Earth, death and birth in reverse. Consume, devour. Monsters.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Monster Earth will turn you into a monster if you aren't careful. If you let it, it will degrade you spiritually. It will degrade you spiritually. It will turn you into a monster. That's part of what's going on here. Very few people speak about that, if any, on other channels. This is a degradation realm. I'm not saying that it just feels degrading. I'm saying your spirit gets degraded. Like a car can rust and corrode. That's what's going on with most in this realm. Lifetime upon lifetime. They're being sucked dry of their spiritual essence. They're getting emptied out, hollowed out, degraded. They are less after 100 lifetimes than one lifetime. Why do I say this? Because you can observe it. Yeah, you can observe it. I'm not just telling you things. Observe. You can see beings here getting degraded within 10, 20, 30 years, in half a lifetime. So if you can see that in half a lifetime, what happens if you get recycled 100 lifetimes, 1,000 lifetimes, 1,000,000 lifetimes here in this sewer matrix, this recycling system, this reincarnation, degradation, hell realm system? What happens to you? I've seen beings that I don't even recognize anymore, their personality or their spirit. The way they were as a child and the way they are at 30, 40 years old is entirely different. It's like a different being. Now, I realize I'm in a realm of beings that don't observe. I'm in a realm of beings that don't pay attention, don't focus, don't observe, don't remember, don't do anything at all to help themselves. They just coast through life like zombies, walking dead on autopilot. That's what I observe as well. Most of you do that. Most of you. The only time some of you realize there's sickness and pain is if you cut yourself or hit your thumb or stub your toe or you get some kind of illness or you go to the doctor. Then in the moment you're like, oh, there is sickness here. I don't feel well. You don't notice it all around you with others. Because most of you humans don't care about others. I observed that as well. And I've seen that most of my life. It's gotten much worse in the last 5, 10, 15, perhaps 20 years. But in the last 5, it's gotten way worse. And it's continuing on that path. Not because I say so. Not because I'm making it that way for the paranoid dummies that think I'm creating reality and making it worse. I'm observing what's already going on. Just like if I observe somebody starting a fire, it smolders, it smokes a little bit, then poof, there's fire. I didn't do that. I'm an observer. I'm witnessing. I'm paying witness to what's going on in your realm. If you want to call this your realm, your home. Some of you do. There's maybe a few dozen that don't on my channel. The rest that watch these videos do call it their home, do call themselves human. You do repeat after your masters. Whatever they tell you that you are, where you live, it's all decided for you. You're brainwashed at best. You're programmed. So be it. Be Walking Dead. Be a zombie into your grave. I've put in thousands of hours of work, handing it out freely to get you to think differently and to think and to look at things and examine and ponder and analyze and ask, why is it this way? Why is this realm so cruel? Why do we see people getting worse over time? Why do we see everything getting worse? Not just our bodies. People's personalities, minds, their behavior is worsening. It's degrading over time. If you leave something outdoors, it will corrode or it will rot. It will decay, just like a body will. All right? Everything here breaks down. It all degrades. Everything. So that's a fact. That's undeniable. You can observe that. Even a scientist will admit to that. As fucked up as they are, as paid off, bought off sellouts that they are. We have Jesuit and Freemasonic and tiny hat, quote unquote, science or pseudoscience, scientism in this realm. It's not honest. It's paid off. But even scientists will say everything here degrades and rots. It breaks down. Ask a biologist. If you don't want to spend the time watching videos and watching things in real life and doing your own experiments and doing things to test it, but you're free to do that. Do all the tests you want. It will only prove me correct. That's all. What's stopping some of you from seeing is your ego. You don't want to admit that you lived 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever years and didn't see it. Instead of being grateful for someone coming along and helping you, you get angry. Like, oh, he thinks he's better than me? He saw this stuff and I didn't see it? And that's part of it. And spiritually, people are insecure. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. This is a realm of demon tards and zombies. It's a realm of beings that are not emotionally stable. They're not secure with themselves. You can't hold up a mirror to most of them. They react the way Talcott does. They get very insecure. And then they just try to pretend they're the opposite. And it doesn't fool beings like me. It's laughably obvious and sickening. This is a realm of monsters. Some of you will ignore my warnings instead of heeding them. You will turn into monsters. I'm going to repeat that. You will turn into monsters. Before the end of this lifetime. And into your next lifetime. And on and on and on. Why do I say that? There are certain beings I know tune in here and watch the videos. And they don't take it seriously. They're watching in. They're tuning in and watching out of hatred and bias. And idiocy. And ego watching, thinking, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, you're preventing yourself from learning. You don't have an open mind. You're not curious. You're not a truth seeker. You're not someone that will hear a video and look at reality and say, does this match up? Does what this guy, King Stephen, is saying, does it match up with reality? Can I observe this phenomena going on that he's speaking about? This and that, and spiritual degradation, degradation of people, degradation of matter in this realm. Everything here degrades. Nothing here is forever. It all turns to dust if left alone long enough in this realm without anybody doing anything to it. You don't even have to burn it. Eventually it will degrade and be absorbed, devoured by the earth. Mother Earth, Monster Earth, eats all. It degrades all. And you can get down on your little bony knees and worship Monster Earth like it's a god. Oh, it's our mother. It's our mother, Mother Earth, Gaia, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, Gaia. It's going to devour you one day, whether you like it or not. A lot of you beings live in this realm as though your body's never going to die. It's remarkable to witness. It really is. Some are even making videos saying there is no death. You get so far gone, some of you haven't witnessed people dying, pets dying. You have no idea. No idea. The most difficult thing in this realm that's almost mission impossible is to reach a single human with a lifetime of trying, a lifetime of work, mountains of evidence, mountain ranges, sky high stacked evidence. Still not enough. No amount of evidence is enough for most of you. Because you can't accept that somebody could ever see more than you. You have to pretend in your mind that you discovered it. Nobody helped you see. This is the majority of humanity. It's not all of you. Some of you thank me for helping you. But the majority of humanity can't do that. They want to pretend that they discovered everything themselves, that they were never duped. They have such fucked up egos and fucked up psyches. They can't admit that they've been duped their whole life, misled, that they followed demons, liars, psychos, narcissists, deceivers, grifters, shills, agents, felons, and in some cases, criminals, sex offenders, the sickest of the sick. There's channels on YouTube with hundreds of thousands of subs, and that's what they're following. They're following evil, and I call it team evil for the people that haven't caught on yet. Some of you might have been here a long time. You still don't get the whole team evil thing. It's an umbrella term that they fit under. They are team evil. This is a degradation realm, a degradation system, a system where they don't just recycle you or reincarnate you. They degrade you. Physically, your body ages and degrades. Mentally, emotionally, psychically, your psyche and your psychic, we'll call them powers for lack of a better term. You have a governor on your mind, your consciousness, your body in this realm. And this place degrades you spiritually. Have you ever seen, let's say, roadkill rotting away? It wants to rot your spirit. It wants to degrade you. It wants to suck out all the spiritual stuff out of you, so there's nothing of you left. That's what's already going on here. This is observably true. Not just to me. I can observe it, but you could as well if you had the courage, the guts, the ability to focus, pay attention. All these different things factor in. And most people are unwilling to do that. They'd rather turn on Netflix or watch a Hollywood movie or watch sports or watch some feel-good new cage shit on YouTube or watch some other channel that's shit, that'll talk about stupid shit that's not going to help you spiritually. And that's what the majority in this realm choose to do, whether you like it or not. That's also observably true. Look around. What are people watching? What are they ingesting? What are they feeding their bodies, minds, spirits? A lot of them even call themselves consumers. You're not just consuming Hollywood or evil programming. It's consuming you. I've said that for decades. It's consuming you like a vampire. It's eating you like a cannibalistic vampire that doesn't just bite. It cannibalizes you. Does it bother? It doesn't bother most in this realm. Most of you are zombies. You don't care if you're being devoured. And then some of you will twist what I'm saying and saying, well, you're still here. Aren't you being devoured? No, not once you're aware. No. My spirit's not being devoured. It isn't all the same. Can you fathom that? That if someone's a fucking clueless zombie, they have no armor, no defenses, they're going through life getting devoured, and then in 10 years you don't even recognize them. You're like, what happened to my sibling? What happened to my cousin? What happened to my close friend that I hadn't seen for a while? And then you just run into them like, who is that? Over time, you might move away and then reconnect with them, and they're just not the way they were. They're getting consumed. They're getting devoured. They're getting degraded. Some of you should even look up that term in various dictionaries, because I honestly think that some of you don't understand what I'm saying. Just like when I say, if you were mad, you were mine. Almost all the demons on Team Evil think that that's angry, or thinks that it's me setting people up or something. Like, oh, you are mine, like I own you, and you're my cult. They don't get it. They don't understand poetry and metaphors. They understand nothing. I'm in a realm of demon tards and zombies, where most in this realm will never understand what I'm saying, no matter if I put it 25,000 different ways and make it poetic sometimes, make it straightforward, blunt other times, add humor. It doesn't matter how I come across or how I try to reach humanity. It's mission impossible. Most of you can't even focus for the 15 or whatever minutes, 15, 18 minutes, whatever it's been going now, for this video. You're just gone, and most people have left already. Most haven't watched this far into the video. When I look at the analytics, most people will have quit probably by minute 8, minute 10 on average. You have very short attention spans. You can mock the mainstream masses, but the ones that call themselves truthers and truth seekers, they're just as bad, or a little bit better, slightly better maybe. So I don't know why they pat themselves in the back so much. It's really pathetic. This is a realm of monsters. This is a realm of evil. This is a realm that seeks to turn you into a monster. This evil, demonic hell realm wants to make you evil and demonic, like the place you're in. It wants you to fit the place you're in. Now, you didn't come in here that way, if you're anything like me. If. And some of you aren't. Some of you tuned in are so different from me that I can only say that I think you're a different species of spirit. Hundreds of you tune into these videos, and I don't believe that you're anything like me. You would have to present evidence and prove it, because it sure doesn't seem that way. I might as well be, and I've said this many times, I might as well be speaking a different language, or a dead language, an archaic language that died, while I'm underwater, because what you understand when you hear me, I might as well be doing this. Because you don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. You can't focus. You can't pay attention. You can't think about what's being said. What most people, the limits of what most people can do is repeat. I would say most in this realm seem to be repeaters, mimics, parrots. All they can do is repeat the slogans, the catchphrases, the slang, what the popular sayings, the cliches. That's all they can do. They're not original. They can't think. They're not creative. They're not imaginative. I know this goes against the truther view that everybody's a creative being and everybody's powerful and we're all the equal and we're all this and shit. And they just sound like Marxist liberal fucktards. That's what they sound like to me. And most truthers support all the lefty agendas. Most of them are that way. We're not all the same. We're different. If you observe the way the average being in this realm is, they just repeat after each other. That's all they do. Not once or twice, a lifetime of that. That's all they do. They're like parrots. They're repeaters, mindless zombies. Slogan repeaters. Buzzword repeaters. Catchphrase repeaters. That's all they are. Before anyone even says that I'm recording this, some of you will say, "That's sad, Stephen." That statement is useless. What you're doing is avoiding thinking about it. You're going immediately into your feelings, which some of you just will say is a superpower. It's funny, though, that it prevents you from seeing the realm that you're in, but you keep thinking it's a superpower. Why don't you try, once in a while, to kind of set your feelings aside at least a little bit, maybe 50%. And instead of reacting with the automatic that I've heard countless people say, "That's sad, Stephen," start saying, "It really is that way. I'm not going to go into the feelings of sadness and kind of avoid the issue. I'm going to confront it. I'm going to face it for once. I'm going to get some courage and strength. I might not have the courage of King Stephen or the spine that he has. Because I know many of you don't. You're afraid to face tons of things I've already faced, in reality, if you were honest. I faced a lot of the things I'm speaking about years ago, long ago. I'm not just facing it today as I'm trying to teach you and help you with it. That's not boasting. It's just that some people get this ego. They learn a few things from me, and then they think, "Well, I'm on his level," and a lot of you are just cowards, like Peanut demonstrated days ago. Given the chance, when I wasn't around, he couldn't stand up to Jack Talcott. He couldn't stand up to a demon that came over to my channel. Now you wonder why he was never a mod. Well, that's one reason. If I'm not at home or watch the fort when I'm not there, that's what I would expect from a mod. And he would say, "Well, I don't have a wrench." Well, that's why you don't have a wrench. Because you don't demonstrate that ability and that leadership and that protect the channel attitude and fight demons and stand up to demons. He was completely silent. And now all of a sudden he's sending everybody screenshots saying, "Look at me." It's too late. When I wasn't around, you said nothing. All you said was, "Hey, Salty." You didn't even acknowledge what she did and said to Talcott when she stood up to him. Now, I know she's a grown woman, but the old saying is, you let a girl fight for you. A girl was taking on a demon, and you just sat there. You're not a man, Peanut. You just sat there silently and ignored it and just didn't react. That was a pathetic display. So what am I saying? You don't have the guts I do. I stand up to demons every day. Nobody has to push me or coax me or call me out on it and say, "You're a fucking coward. Why would you just be silent?" And then I'll go, "Oh, I'm going to impress you." No, I do it on my own. I'm not doing it to impress anyone on earth. I'm doing it because it's the right fucking thing to do, to expose demons and stand up to them. Even if almost nobody gets it. People watch as I expose what Talcott is, and they're watching it like it's a TV show or something. They don't get it, for the most part. His audience certainly doesn't. Some of mine don't, at this point. They're still scratching their heads going, "Why does Stephen keep covering Talcott and go over there live?" If you need everything explained to you, then how are you going to get out of here? How are you going to get out of this realm? Do you think someone's going to hold your hand? Like you're a child and you have a babysitter helping you leave? Like, what is it? You got to be able to do things on your own. You got to stand up. You got to grow up. You got to be braver. You got to have more courage and not need to be told or do it to impress someone or something. It's strange. Evil's going to fight you. Now, if you want to just be a peanut and just laze around and not react, So be it. That's your choice. But I don't think you're going to be going anywhere. Because you're not against evil. And if there's any reckoning of spirits that I've spoken about, I'll just say, well, you didn't stand up to them there. You think I could trust you out here? Outside of this matrix? How can I trust you outside of the matrix when you did nothing to oppose demons the whole lifetime? When people were trying to motivate you and encourage you and get you to become empowered and you still couldn't do it. So you want to be trusted with eternity when you did nothing in the face of evil in this realm. How does that make sense? It doesn't to me. That's the thing. Some of you will say, I didn't do evil. Well, you did nothing about it. You couldn't even speak up to them. You're going to become monsters like them. Now, you can cry about it. You could do the whole human thing. That's sad, Stephen. I hear that every week, multiple times a week. I've heard that my whole life. I remember sharing truths about this realm when I was a young teenager, and people saying that's sad. And it's the same reaction now. And then they just go on. I've heard it so much at all ages, and they just go back to living their life. Like nothing was ever shared with them or shown to them. It's a cop-out. It's a, that's sad, Stephen, and then they forget and move on. It's not really confronting the realm you're in. It's not really dealing with it psychologically, emotionally, spiritually. It's more of brushing it off. Oh, that's sad, Stephen, and then half second later they're yapping about the latest movie they watched or video game or TV show or fucking whatever. Gossiping. You might as well not tell me that's sad. I'm not picking on anyone here because almost everyone's done that, by the way. It's not just recent people or one or two. It's a lot of people that do that in this realm. It's not everyone, but it's a lot. And I think it's a way of avoiding. It's avoidance. It's a way of just not really facing what's being spoken about. And calling it sad. And sometimes feeling sympathy for demons and evil. There's endless tears in this realm for monsters. For bad creatures, for monsters, demons. That harm others. That are narcissistic. That betray, that are two-faced. That are turncoats. Two-faced turncoats. Endless sympathy in this realm for them. Not for the ones they hurt. They leave carnage in their wake, and people feel sorry for them, saying, well, how are they going to get a good man? Or, like, they don't deserve one. If they're a woman that does that, they don't deserve one. There's some on my channel that can end up fucking alone. They showed what they are. They don't deserve a good man. Because of the way they treat people in this realm. Same with Jack Talcott. He doesn't deserve love and happiness and peace. He's evil to others. He's cruel, sadistic. He gaslights. He tries to make me feel crazy and say I'm sick if I ask him a question. That is gaslighting 101. People don't notice, though. Some of you do, but the majority do not in this realm. The majority don't. Are you going to let this realm turn you into a monster? What are you going to do? Are you going to let this realm turn you into a monster, degrade you, make you evil, get you to be like the others, get you to mimic the evil demons here, the creepy creatures, the zombies, the demon tards, the psychos, the abusers, the sadistic? What are you going to do? What are you going to choose? Are you going to choose wisely? Or are you going to let this realm turn you evil and degrade you? The more lifetimes you're here, the more chance there is of that happening. You can say that's sad and then move along. That's what people do. Instead of really thinking about it. There's a difference between saying that's sad and moving along and really thinking about that. Saying to yourself, I'm really going to think about this. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to do the human thing. I'm going to spend actual time, energy, and thought on this. Do you want this realm to make you into a monster like the ones you see? Because this realm is turning more and more demonic. It's getting more demonic and more zombified as time rolls on here within this matrix and this level of this matrix. What are you going to choose? You do have choices. You do have awareness. You've been warned. You've been told. It's been explained to you. I've shown you what this realm is. So you have a choice to make. What will you choose? Where do you stand? Are you going to stand with truth and good spirits, good beings, or are you going to stand with evil, with Team Evil? Where do you stand? What do you choose? You're going to become a monster with the monsters? Where do you stand? Choose wisely. Choose wisely.